Hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Zebrugge, which is the port for Bruges. In this video we're going to go through our day in Bruges and everything that we got up to. It was actually filmed across two different visits that we had here recently, so any changes in the weather and outfit, that'll be why. First thing to know is that you are not allowed to walk off the ship and out of the port. There is a shuttle bus that can take you to the end of the port and you can get public transport, or you can get the ship shuttle which takes you to the train station in Blankenberg and you can head to Bruges from there. The last couple of times we've been to Bruges, we've done it on our own. We got the shuttle to the train station and then picked up our tickets and just did the train by ourselves. You can do an excursion into Bruges and amongst other places, but I don't think you really need to. It's quite easy just to get on the train. It's less than 15 minutes away. And we usually get off quite early so that there's no queues for the shuttle, no queues for the tickets, and really easy to get on the train. Bruges is the next stop on here, so you can't go too far wrong, but just be careful because the trains are roughly every hour, so if you're coming back you want to make sure you time it right just to get back to the ship in time. We've fallen foul of this a couple of times after one or two beers in the square and either racing back to the train or having to actually get a taxi back instead because we'd left it too late. Once you come out of the train station, it will be fairly obvious by the crowds in which way they're going, which way you have to walk, but you come out past these fountains and head towards the road where you can cross over. There is a sign that says to go to Centrum, and you're just following that. There's a spire of a particular church that you can follow most of the way, and you can't go too far wrong to get to the main kind of square in the centre of Bruges. Whether you get the train or an excursion in, you're still going to have to walk a little way to get from the train station or the bus station into the centre of the city. And it's down all these cobbled streets, so just be aware of that. There is a bit of a walk. You can obviously take it at your own pace, but yeah, you can't get right into the centre by transport generally. It is a nice walk though, with lots of different things to see on the way. There's such beautiful architecture on so many of the buildings and the churches. As you get closer, you'll start to see a few different boat stops along the way, and from here you can get a little cruise that goes around all of the canals in the centre of Bruges. So we did that on the cruise we were on in March, which was on MSC Preciosa, and then in October we were here as well on MSC Virtuosa, and in that case we did the bell tower. We climbed up to the top of that, which is a lot of steps, hard going, but it was well worth it seeing the view. So footage of both of those will be coming up shortly. This is the bell tower of the church that sits in the main kind of central square of Bruges, and along the way up the road, all over the place actually, is a lot of chocolate shops. Walking by these can be quite hard to resist going in and buying just so much chocolate. And as a seem to have taken off in a few different countries, lots of rubber duck shops, so that's quite cool. Come and get your rubber ducks here. And this is then leading up into the central square, which I really love this. It's so big and open, and the architecture is beautiful. All of the different buildings and bars and restaurants, the way they're all laid out. It's just a really nice place to look around and come and sit in some of the bars and have a couple of cheeky beers. It would be rude to come all this way and not try a few local beers, wouldn't it? So this was the day we were going to climb all 366 steps up to the top of the bell tower here. You can book your tickets in the archway here. There's a couple of ticket machines, and I think you can book online as well. We booked our tickets at the machine here and then had maybe about an hour to wait until our slot. So we went off to have a little look around some other shops and get a little bit of chocolate to give us the energy to get up the steps. Powered up with truffles, we started to make our way up the winding staircase. Long staircase. There is a couple of places you can stop on the way and have a little look around in a couple of different rooms and see how the bells work and how the clock works, which is quite interesting and a good chance to have a rest. And it was fascinating to see that actually there was somebody playing this as like an organ that was controlling all the bells. As you can imagine, it's incredibly loud once you get to the top, but it's quite cool to hear it this close up. And can you guess what this song is? I don't think I recognise it. The views from up here are amazing, and you can see for miles, and even all the way back down to Zebrugge if you look in the distance. This next tune might be a bit more recognisable. Do you know it? Bringing you only the best bell tower tunes here. You've got to like and subscribe for that, surely. With the lambada ringing in our ears, we had to make our way back down the really steep staircase back to the ground. I couldn't record all the way down because I was definitely going to fall, and that really would have ruined the holiday. After a bit of a wander around the square, we were in the mood to find somewhere to get some beers, and I also wanted to get some fries as well. We've been to a couple of these bars along here before for drinks, and they're really nice, and it's busy in the square, you watch everything go by. You might have to pay a bit more for that location, but it's worth it, it's a nice place to sit. But this time we were looking for somewhere slightly different to go, and found this really nice place not too far away. It's no good drinking on an empty stomach, so off we went to get some fries. And of course, I dropped one covered with gravy down my shirt. So on this day in October, we decided to just head back towards the ship, slowly wandering around through the roads, checking out this particular beer shop to see all of the beers that were on offer, which is an amazing selection. But we've still got to come up the boat trip that we took when we were here back in March this year. so don't go anywhere just yet. So here we are waiting for our boat to arrive to take us on our canal tour. What I would say as a tip for this is try and get here early so that it's not too busy. We got there actually before it opened, so waited around for a little while, but as soon as it gets later in the day, the queues are massive for this and you can wait for ages. This first low bridge you come across, everyone's ducking down. They tell you to duck, but this lady on the left is having none of it. It doesn't matter where you get the boat from, they all do the same circuit around the central kind of city canals and the outskirts a little bit. It's also pretty, it's really nice to do this, and there's just so much to see as you go around. I won't include all the footage because I think that will go on a little bit long, but I might do a separate video with that in it so someone can watch all of it if they really wanted to. There's a brewery bar type place on the side here, which we come to later on for a beer. After our trip round the canals, we did go to the Torch Museum, which was interesting and just as grim as you might expect. But I'll share separately some pictures of that because I didn't actually take any video in there. But while we finish winding around the canals, let me just tell you about getting back to the ship. You can head back to the train station the same way that you came in, and the train will take you back obviously to where the shuttle dropped you off earlier on in the day. The shuttles are going to be pretty regular, but again, leave yourself plenty of time to get the train, get the shuttle, get back to the ship. And even when you get back to the port, you have to go through the security separately in the terminal. So the shuttle bus will drop you off, you have to go through the terminal, queue up with everyone through the security, and then get on another bus which takes you to the ship. So don't be alarmed when you get dropped off and you're not by the ship. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our 2 days in Bruges and everything that you can get up to here. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel, and check out one of these 2 videos next.